Hey, what's up all my dope creators? My name is Mr. Tohono, and in this video, I'm going to be painting 6 plants that mosquitoes say nah to. These are plants that you can actually grow from seed, or you can buy at any of your local nurseries. These are also plants that are very beneficial to us, but to mosquitoes, their aroma is so strong that they tend to stay away from them, which is a great plus for us. So I'll just be going over what these plants can do for us while also keeping these little pesky little turds away from us. So with that said, let's get into the video. So the first plant up is basil, which is probably the most common herb that's planted in most gardens. Now there's several different varieties of basil that you can choose from, whether it be Italian basil, which is the most common, or Thai basil, or pretty much any kind of basil that catches your attention. So you can pretty much use basil in most Italian dishes like pasta sauce, and even to using it as a topping on ice cream, surprisingly. You can use it on a topping, you can use it as a topping on pizza, you can use it to garnish soups. Pretty much the sky's the limit when it comes to basil. Now, as far as planting them goes, you can either start them from seed, or you can buy them as starter plants in like grocery stores or any of your local nurseries. You can plant them out at the beginning of summer, or you can plant them out in the middle of summer too. You can intercrop them with tomato plants. The cool thing too is that if you intercrop them with any other plant, they could also keep other pests away as well. You can either plant them in the ground, in a garden bed, and they also do really well in pots too. So if, say for example, you're living in an apartment balcony, you can keep the plants in the pots outside so that you can keep those pesky little turds out of your business. The next one may be a little bit of a surprise to you, and it may be a little bit of a shock, but catnip. Yes, the plant that gets our cats high as a kite can keep mosquitoes away as well. At this point, we pretty much know what the biggest use for catnip is. And as far as you keeping catnip for yourself, I highly suggest that you keep them in pots, because if you plant them in the ground, they will spread like wildfire throughout your entire garden. Trust me, I have some first-hand experience on this, and it is kind of a pain to try to get rid of the ones that spread out to the rest of the garden, and it's just really time-consuming. So yeah, keep them in pots and not the ground. You can also make catnip into a tea, and it actually has a lot of really good health benefits as far as tea goes. It's said to help with upset stomach, any flu symptoms, and also symptoms of insomnia, stress, and can even help with anxiety as well. Now, I do suggest that before you start using any of these plants as a supplement, please speak with your doctor. I'm obviously not a licensed doctor, and these are not suggestions for you to take these plants from me. All this information that's been given to you is just mainly for entertainment purposes and nothing else. So with that all said, let's talk about rosemary. As far as this plant goes, you can plant it from seed, but it takes forever to grow. But if you do have the patience of a god, then yes, you can plant this from seed. Otherwise, if you just want a full-grown plant immediately, I suggest just getting it from a nursery. According to WebMD, it's said that rosemary can help with arthritis pain or any kind of joint pain. They also say that it can also help with hair loss, but there's really no scientific evidence of rosemary helping with any of this. In food, though, that's a different story. It's definitely great as a spice, like for meats and stuff. And you can also get the oils from the leaves to use in beverages as well. You can also use it as a natural air freshener and insect repellent, which, of course, will keep those stupid little mosquitoes away from ruining your day. Next one up is sage. Now, this one has a lot of versatile as far as its use goes. You can obviously use it in foods, but with certain types of sage, you can also take out the leaves and turn them into sage bundles and cleanse your house if you're into that sort of thing. It also has a lot of health benefits too, from its vitamins and minerals to antioxidants to other health benefits that may or may not be true. Again, some of these are not scientifically proven, so I would say, again, take some of this advice with a grain of salt, and if at any point you do try these out, try it out for yourself and see how it goes for you. Because again, not everyone is going to react the same way. Now, as far as planting them goes, you can either plant them by seed or you can buy starter plants from, again, your local nursery or grocery store. And they'll do very well in both the ground and in pots as well. And once you have them in your possession, they will have a nice, strong aroma that smells great to us. But again, they'll keep those little demons away from your life and ruin someone else's life. Next one up is lemongrass. Now, admittedly, this is one that I haven't had a lot of experience growing, so I had to do a little bit more research into how you can actually plant these plants. So as far as starting them from seed goes, they're actually really easy to start, and the plant will sprout within 10 to 14 days. They usually like a really nice warm area, so these are definitely summer plants. These are definitely plants that really love the warm weather. And just like all the other plants, you can actually grow these in containers as well. You can either harvest the leaves or you can harvest the stalks of the leaves. So the stalks of the leaves are actually good for dishes and will add a lemony flavor to them. And as far as the leaves go, you can cut them up and use them in tea and other drinks. I definitely want to give lemongrass a chance one year to grow it and just have a nice lemony scent in the garden or in my home. And it's also just another great plant to make sure that it keeps those stupid little mosquitoes away. I don't know if you can tell, but I really hate mosquitoes, and I'm sure you do too. The last one up is alliums. Now, what's an allium, you may ask? Well, alliums are pretty much like onions, garlic, shallots, green onions, and in this case of what I'm painting, chives. Now, unlike all the other plants that have a bulb to them, chives are just simply the leaves and the flower. I'm pretty sure you already know what chives are generally used for. They're pretty much used like green onions, where they can add a garnish to a dish and some extra flavor as well. You can also use the flower and toss it in like a salad, and the flower will have a oniony type of flavor to it. So if you like onions in your salad, you could just toss a chive flower into your salad and use that instead. And of course, just like most onions and garlic, chives will have an aroma that is so strong and stinky that it'll keep those stupid little mosquitoes away. And that is 6 plants that mosquitoes say nah to. I pretty much wanted to do this video as like an informative video while also being an art video at the same time. So I really do hope that you got some information out of this, and I really hope you enjoyed it as well. And if you did, please make sure to like this video to keep all those stupid little mosquitoes out of your life, and subscribe too so you can see more fun content like this. And until next time, stay creative, my dope creators.